Welcome back into Air Show Sports. It's Aaron Cantu coming in. Fight review, the aftermath. Anthony Joshua puts on a sensational boxing performance against Andy Ruiz and reclaims his unified titles. Give Anthony Joshua credit for executing a game plan. He proved me wrong big time. I didn't think he was capable of going 12 rounds boxing in circles, using the jab, feints, movement. I don't think there was a time where we really saw AJ not moving. Let me start by giving a shout out to Bonatti Pierre Luis. I told Pierre Luis that if Anthony Joshua wins, I'd shout him out on my video. So there's your shout out, Pierre Luis. I was completely wrong, brother. Anthony Joshua made a fool of me. He boxed circles around Ruiz. I think Anthony Joshua is a real champion. He proved his worth yesterday. And you know what I thought going into the fight? I thought that AJ was going to gas out, or his conditioning, lack of conditioning would show later in the fight. I thought it was going to show because he's always gassed in most of his fights. But he did not gas. He kept fleet-footed, and he was moving, and he was boxing beautifully the whole fight, and I was stunned. I'm disappointed in Andy Ruiz Jr. I'm disappointed in his lack of making in-fight adjustments, in-game adjustments, to counter what AJ was doing. I felt like Ruiz, obviously it's easier said than done, but needed to cut off the ring better. He was following AJ around, obviously. But I don't think Ruiz was being creative enough offensively. Ruiz came in at a career high 283 pounds, and Ruiz's weight actually served against him. It's a lot of weight going into the ring, man. And it played perfectly into AJ's hands, considering his game plan was to box and circle the ring, keep him at the end of his jab, and he executed it perfectly. I must give AJ credit. I was one of the doubters going into this fight of AJ. I wrote him off. I thought Ruiz was going to bull over him, just like he did in the first fight. But I'm disappointed in Andy because I remember talking to Andy before he won the title, and he told me that the reason he went to Legends was to focus on always being in shape, always working, staying in the gym, and dedicating 100%. After he won the title, he reverted back to taking time off and not fully dedicating to staying in the gym and staying at least in a comparable state of conditioning. He let himself go, and, he's human. So I understand, but it doesn't discount that the disappointment of his performance yesterday. He wasn't going to the body, man. He wasn't going to the body. He wasn't letting his right hand go at all. I mean, AJ was making him look like an amateur in the fight. I felt like he wasn't letting his hands go like he did in the first fight. I felt like he needed to cut off the ring and let his hands go. Shoot 3-4 punch combinations to the body and then finish upstairs. Exactly what he was doing in that 6th round in the first fight. A disappointing rematch for Andy Ruiz Jr. He will be back. They got to stay on him. He's got to stay in the gym. Because he's the type of guy that if he gets out of the gym for a week, 2 weeks, it'll turn into 3 weeks, 4 weeks, next thing you know, a month. And at that point, you're 3-4 steps behind the rest of the competition. And at this level of heavyweight championship boxing, you're not going to get it done like that. You're not going to get it done. And this is a great learning experience for Andy. I do think that Andy will bounce back. I don't think that he's a one-hit wonder. I think he's going to be able to contend for a title in the future. Now, that may be a year and a half, 2 years down the road, maybe at the end of next year, but it's all a matter of what he wants. Is he still the hungry guy that I knew going into the first Joshua fight?